Hey, it's Jay Chatfield. This is Grace Guidance Academy, and you are in Loving Yourself to Life, activating your intuition. Guys, this is the beginning of the beginning of the beginning. At Grace Guidance, I always talk about we love to motivate you to heal and encourage you to live and love your life on purpose. That changed every time I say it, but it's still the same thing. And the way to getting there is activating your intuition. Now, I know it sounds funny to say activating your intuition because your intuition is there. You've heard people say that gut feeling, that thing, I just knew it. Oh, but you do need to activate it because most of your life, while it's been working for you, you have not been listening to it. A moment of silence for all the years that you have not been listening to it. And if you look at your past and the things that you have gone through where you just knew this wasn't in it, or you knew you should have made that right turn, or you know you should have published something or wrote something different, it was your intuition that was telling you, look, do it. Now, the first step, and we're going to talk about this slowly because this is a process. And a lot of people say to me, "Oh, my intuition is really strong." Your intuition doesn't just work to keep you safe or to help you if it knows that there's some impending danger, or just you need to jump into action. Your intuition also tells you what to do each and every day, where you get to the point where you don't have to think about what you're going to do. You just do it. You just act. For example, making this video was something that I always wanted to do and I should have done a year ago, but because I kept ignoring my intuition, the thing that gives me all of my ideas, great ideas by the way, today I'm doing it because it's like, look, we told you. You knew this is how it goes. And I use we because and your intuition is also what some call is your Holy Spirit, the spirit within, whatever you want to call it, it is there and it does the same thing. It does the same thing. I don't care if you call it Mother God, whoever you want to call it, it does the same thing. It really does. Unless you're conjuring up some evil. It's spirit. If you're conjuring up something evil, I can't help you with that because I don't roll in that era because I'm protected and directed divinely, right? So the first step is you're going to have to do a mind dump. Really, really hard, but really, really simple once you make your mind up to do it. And you're going to have to get rid of everything you thought you knew because no new information, it's not even new information because no information can come in if you already have stuff in there that will conflict with the information, right? So it's just like talking to a person that has already have their mind made up and they come to you for what to do and you tell them because this is one reason why I don't give advice a lot. People call me for advice, but if you've already you honestly have already subconsciously made up your mind. This is just you just trying to talk through it, but it's the same way with your intuition. If you're going to need to have some time alone with yourself. And this is one of the hardest things for some people to do, because being faced with yourself is scary because you don't like the things that you'll find. I absolutely have come to love me, but in the beginning, I did not like the things that I found. All of the things that stopped me from being productive had to come out in order for me to be productive and flow in my intuition. And then once I got that out, so let me give you an example. I am undisciplined. Now, I don't say that now. I am disciplined. So that's me. I had to put that in. And I hate it. I still don't love it. Consistency. I'm honest, you know? And I just didn't want to I would make excuses. Excuses are tools for the incompetent. They build monuments of nothingness. Those who progress in them seldom progress in anything else. And I learned that when I was 12 years old in a rites of passage class. I learned that when I was 12 years old in a rites of passage class. And I never, ever, ever forgot it because that was me. I was full of excuses and I did not want to sit down and look at myself because it I was disappointing to me, right? So once I did that, because I needed to see something better. My life was doing this, it was doing this, it was doing this. I wasn't doing it, I wasn't moving. And I was just in a circle because of the excuses that I had told myself of the reason why I couldn't. So you might want to visit my shadow work book that's out. So I had to go in and just sit down and get those things out. And there's a process to that, but we're going to talk more about how to get started. And that's where you start. You start with you. You start by getting rid of everything, every lie that you've told yourself about you. You start with trusting you again. You become your best friend. I was in the kitchen one day, and this is when I was going through the process of just loving and trusting me again. It's a relationship. Your intuition is a direct relationship with you, and they because it's been ignored all these years and these times, you have to it has to learn to trust you too, as long and you the same way, right? Because we always say second guess ourselves, right? But we're going to get to a point where we don't second guess ourselves at all. We don't even guess, we just do. I was in the kitchen one day and I was cooking, and my youngest, who's 8 now, I think he may have been about 4, and I was in there, I was just talking away, and I was like, "Well, I just don't understand." Like, they told you that talking to yourself made you crazy, but talking to yourself makes you smarter. I don't care what anybody says, because I get great answers and I get awesome results. And I'm going to tell you a couple of things that it has done for me. Again, I was in the kitchen and I was talking to myself, and this is more of a joke than anything. And he said, "Mom, do you have imaginary friends?" Yes, I do. And my imaginary friends are listening, and they want to answer every question that I ask, and I get the answer back to it quickly. Sometimes I get steps. Sometimes the steps will not make any sense. But that is you trusting you. Little steps. Now, and just like the spirit knows you, it's not going to tell you to just go jump off the side of the building. Like all that, where people say I could go out and just woo, They had to build themselves up to that. No daredevil tries a 900 car jump in their first jump. And I'm saying that just because I just watched the Evil Knievel story. I found it fascinating. But it was also um pertaining to what I'm saying is, which with each thing it becomes bigger, 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 greater, and greater. I saved my son's life listening to my intuition. He had let food go down and it went down in his lungs. And immediately I was like, what am I supposed to do? Cuz it was burning, he was crying, he was on his knees. I didn't know. I was like, and immediately I heard what to do and I did it. And I could tell you no lie, the meat came through his nose because it was coming out. But I did exactly what I was told. I was told to um go to the grocery store one day, and I met this young guy, and we had a great conversation in the store. Then I was directed to go somewhere else, and he was there again. And I'm like, why am I keep meeting you? Well, because our path had to cross. And the last time, well, it probably won't be the last time. The last time that I saw him was I was going to pick up an Instacart order, but I had quit Instacart. So I found myself opening the screen. And I'm like, I'm done with this. No, it was like, go do this order. Guess whose house it was at? I know. I know. I get chills just thinking about it because 2 weeks earlier, I had asked, I wonder what happened to that young man that I saw in the store. I hope he's okay because he had some things going on. I opened up that app and delivered to his house. You are going to be divinely led once you open that up. You're going to have to trust you. You're going to cry. You're going to be frustrated. You're going to be mad because it's new. Some people fall in love. Some people say it was the best, and it will be the best thing that you'll ever do because that is you, and you will always keep you in the right spot. So, dumping out, meditating, praying, I decrease me and increase you, the spirit within. Little things, show me a blue butterfly. And you see that blue butterfly, don't go running. That increases your faith. So, you want to activate your intuition. You want to be at a point where you are able to do things easily and effortlessly, and also start to receive easily and effortlessly. Activating your intuition will do it.